Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as you could tell by the title, today I'm going to be sharing with you swatches of the Virago Varnish Grotesque collection. So this collection consists of 6 cream polishes and they are 13.2 millilitres and 5 free. They're currently retailing on the Nail Artisan website for £56 for the whole collection, and if you buy the whole collection you get free postage as well, so that's pretty awesome. So when I saw this on the Nail Artisan website, I knew I absolutely needed them in my life. Virago Varnish make the most amazing cream polishes, and this collection just totally stood out to me. Even though it has a couple of greens, and greens aren't really my favourite colour, these 2 greens are what I would consider green polishes that I absolutely love. So this collection is based on ugly pretty colours and that kind of thing, so if you're interested in a closer look at the swatches, then just keep on watching. So the first polish I have to share with you is Nauseating, and this one is a nude polish, but it definitely has this really beautiful like pinky undertone to it. So starting with the first coat of Nauseating, I found that this applied like an absolute dream. It was so creamy and applied to the nail like butter. It was almost opaque in one coat, but because I was rushing, as you know, I always like to rush when it comes to painting my nails. I have no clue why, but because I was rushing, I did require 2 coats to just sort out the base. But again, amazing formula, and if you are careful, you can most definitely get away with 1 coat. And here we go with the second coat of Nauseating, and as you can see, again, flawless application, and I really love this one. It was so nice on the nail, and it's one of those nudes that doesn't wash out my almost white as paper skin, so I do really like this one. And finally, here is the swatch photos of 2 coats, no top coat of Nauseating. Next up we have Gruesome, and this one is a tangerine orange. So moving on to the first swatch of Gruesome, again this one applied really well to the nail, but what you need to remember guys is these polishes are so pigmented, they are really thick as well, so you do have to watch your application. I am really bad for going over my nail once I've painted the first coat because I'm a perfectionist, and you can most definitely like lift up the first coat, so you do have to be careful with your application, but this doesn't get in the way of how good the application and the formula of these polishes are. They are just a little bit thicker than your average polish. And here we are with the second coat of Gruesome, and this one just completely smoothed out the nail plate. Again, I will want to mention guys, you can most definitely get away with 1 coat. I just find that when I'm working with Virago Varnish, I like to do 2 thinner coats than the 1 thicker coat. And here is the swatch photos of 2 coats, no top coat of Gruesome. So the next polish in the collection is Hideous, and this one is described as a mustard neon orange. So starting with the first coat, again, this one applied really well. The formula was nice and creamy. It wasn't as streaky as the previous orange, so I don't know if it was maybe the pigment in the last one hadn't been mixed well enough before I started, but this one applied like an absolute dream to the nail. So here we are with the second coat of Hideous, and this one just completely smoothed out the base layer and made it fully opaque. I absolutely love this one, but I do think this one would require the 2 coats. And finally, here is 2 coats and no top coat of Hideous. So now we move on to my favourite of the bunch, and the one that I'm actually wearing on my nails at the moment, and this one is called Monstrous and it's in neon coral. So here we go with the very first coat of Monstrous, and again I had no problems whatsoever with the application of this one. It applied really smooth to the nail, application was nice and easy, and this one again was a flawless polish. And here is the second application of Monstrous, and again this one was probably not necessary, but I did it for the purposes of this video, and I messed my really pretty new backing up in the process. And here is the swatch photos of 2 coats and no top coat of Monstrous. And now we're moving on to the greens in the collection, and first up we have Rancid, and this is a seriously gorgeous polish. The name does not suit it at all. This is a really beautiful mint neon green. So going in with the very first coat of Rancid, this one applied like an absolute dream, and I actually think that the greens were the ones that performed best in the collection. So as you can see, what I like to do with this one is I find going over the nail, because as again I am a complete perfectionist, you do not have to do this. So you will see that I did have to like dab in some parts where I created bald spots with the pooling of the polish, but if you watch your application and you aren't rushing like me, I do think that this one will be a 1 coater. Now going in with the second coat of Rancid, and again this one is completely unnecessary if, unlike me, you watch your application. And finally guys, here is the swatch photos of 2 coats and no top coat of Rancid. And now we move on to, surprisingly, one of my favourites in the collection. This one is called Horrendous, and this is a neon lime green. So going in with the very first coat of Horrendous, and again, as you could see, it applied like an absolute dream. This one I found to be probably one of the best one to perform in the whole collection. I absolutely loved this one, surprisingly, and it is just one that you will find quite a bit in my channel coming up. It is just an in-your-face neon lime, and I absolutely love it. And now we go in with the second coat of Horrendous, and again, this one caused me absolutely no problems at all. It was nice and creamy and the application was nice and easy. And for the very last time, here is the swatch photos of 2 coats and no top coat of Horrendous. So guys, that's us reached the end of this video, and as you could see, this collection was absolutely beautiful and I was super lucky to get my hands on it, and you can too if you check out the Nail Artisan website. She has currently got limited quantities of this complete collection. As I mentioned previously, you could get all of this with free postage for £56 if you live in the UK. I am not too sure if you could find this collection still on the Virago Varnish website, so if you are based in the UK, definitely pick it up if you can, because it's such a beautiful collection and the polishes perform like an absolute dream. They are so pigmented, they are really nice and creamy, and the application was absolutely flawless. They caused me no problems whatsoever, and as always with Virago creams, they perform like no other cream I've ever tried. I actually could stamp with a few of the other collections that I own, so I'm just wondering if I could stamp with these. So as always guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. I would absolutely appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Kylie. I am a complete nail polish addict, and on my channel you will find everything from nail art to swatches, reviews and the occasional haul. So if that's what you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. See you next time. Bye!